starting.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My relationship with Sid, do you know, sometimes I get lost in it. I know he's my child, but I do kind of like sometimes feel like I gained a little brother, and I also gained a friend at the same time. I feel like we kind of like got that relationship where we open about everything to each other, and it makes it.
I like that.
We know our boundaries, though. He knows
Yeah.
that his mom still respects that, and I know he's my child. I still respect that, but the relationship is more friendly than really I've seen most African parents relate to their children.
I think for me, it's the exact same way. Like I obviously see her as my mom, but before anything, like my best friend, you know? Like, because if I can't tell you things, then I don't think a relationship would be the way that is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and it's nice. It's nice like that, and it's like I'm not scared of you, if you know what I'm saying. And I feel like a lot of people are scared of their parents, but with you, I know if I bring you something, you might not hear it straight away, but if I show you something, you're gonna take it in. You're gonna still love me the same way, you know what I'm saying? I never feel scared about our relationship going downhill or anything. You know what I'm saying? It's the best. I love it.
Thank you. How I will describe Sid, for example, to my work colleagues, they've never met him, but they know more about him. He is kind. Sid's always been kind from being a child. He is understanding and he's very respectful. And yeah, I think that's all that I'll say to anyone.
That's nice. No one ever called me respectful. That's nice. Um,
You are.
yeah, I think for you, the way I describe you to people who haven't met you, I think I've described you so many times. You're like the most loving person ever. Like, if love, like you know, in the dictionary, if there was like a picture, I'll just put you there. Like, it's just you just love. You know what I'm saying? Just nice about everything. I've never seen you angry. Even if you're angry, you're not angry. Like you know what I'm saying? You just want happiness. You know what I'm saying? So it's nice. Like that's how I describe you. Just love. Like, that's the word. You know what I'm saying? That's how I describe you.
Thank you.
I'm
I didn't know that though.
crying. Got cameras.
I'm not gonna cry. Okay. I would say Sid was one of those children growing up. From his birth, I was young myself, so it wasn't like a planned birth. It's something that just happened.
Oh, thanks.
But I really loved him. The moment I met him, I loved him. And growing up, he's always been the apple of my eye. But being born in Africa, obviously, things weren't the same. It was tough. It was rough. But I stood by his side all the way through.
Grateful for that. I told my mom earlier, like, there was an era I didn't think my mom liked me. But it wasn't because she didn't like me, it's because I'm a boy, innit? All I cared about was football growing up, like, just cared about football. That's it. And if my mom didn't come to my football game, I think, oh, she didn't care about me. Da, da, da. But I didn't realize how much hard work and courageous things this woman was doing. Like, I don't know if anyone watches an immigrant, but like, just being an immigrant and not even living in London, outside London as an immigrant is 10 times as hard as anything. So I think as I got older, I realized how much you truly love me and how much I looked at you as like a hero. Like everyone has their hero, but it's like for me, like my hero is right in front of me every day. And it was like, I didn't realize it till I was older. So yeah, for me, I always looked at my mom as a hero. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's your question.
What, I think my mom influenced me a lot. Well, I think I know you did. Like, even just dressing me, like I look at pictures and I was always fly. Like even with the little that we had, like I was always something was good, something looked good. I always clean, I always smelled nice. My hair was always cut, my nails were cut, everything. So up until this day, all those things, like, make sure they maintain. Like my nails are done, hair cut, skin smooth. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just growing up with you was nice, like because it was like you taught me to be the man that I am today, but not just in being a macho man, but it's all the small things that people don't really notice. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
I enjoyed the dressing Sid, to be honest. One of those person that loves denim. Denim is my thing. I love that. Because if we have to show you pictures of Sid, I don't know one of his pictures he wasn't dressed in denim. And to see him grow up and get into denim and love designing things, in a sense, I kind of knew I had some part to play. But again, with the way he went about it, There was a time I wasn't pleased about about that, but I'm sure we'll come to that question to address why I wasn't pleased.
Yeah.
Would you agree, though?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It was. I've said it. I said it. Like you really put me on. Like, when people put you on, like that was one thing. But yeah,
Okay.
my hate.
So,
This is the biggest hater in the world.
so my initial thoughts when Sid started getting into designing stuff, I wasn't pretty pleased, just like any other African parent, as you know, that being successful in Africa means you're going to have to be a nurse, a doctor, a police, or anything. So for Sid to tell me that it applied to uni to study fashion, that was a letdown. I was disappointed. I don't want I was disappointed to the point that I even remember having this discussion with some of my fellow women in church,
Oh,
and everyone wanted to come down pray for him because in school he was doing so well that he could have achieved whatever he wanted to be, but he chose fashion. I wasn't pleased. But the more he sat down and explained, and I think one of the changing factors was when you bought a pair of shoes for 100 and something pounds, he completely destroyed that shoe and built a new shoe and sold it for 500 and something. I sat down and I thought, maybe he knows what he wants.
no one knows that story.
It was at that point that I thought, you know what? I'm not in support of this, but it shows me this is what he wants to do. I'm going to try my very best and support him to be the best person he can ever be. And that was the turning point for me.
Oh man, no one knows that story. I never said it to my mom
You've
before.
never told anyone?
It's crazy.
Why?
It's just one of those things. I think the most important thing I ever learned from my mum is to always do everything that you want to do with like love and respect. Everything. Like if there's something you want to chase, chase it. If there's something that you want to do and no one else is believing in you, still do it. Because even though she sit here and tell you like, oh, I didn't believe in it, she never stops me. You know what I'm saying? And if I know any other parent, if they didn't want me to do something, they'd stop me, but my mum never stops me. So, like, just chase everything that you want to chase, regardless of anything. And I say that to all my friends, family, anyone, even people that don't know me. I always tell them, take the risk and chase every single thing that you want. And something I learned from my mum. So, yeah, that's the most important.
It's good to hear that because I actually thought I was the person that learned more from you, regardless of the fact that you're my child. Because I'm one of those mothers that took my mothering role really serious to the point that I forgot about myself. But when Sid was kind of like around his 15, 16 years, he'd always encouraged me to do things that I want and be like, Mom, you know, you don't have to be a mother all the time because we're going to grow up, me and my brother. We're going to find our own lives. We're going to find our own families. Then we're going to leave you here. What are you going to do without a life? And he'd encouraged me to start going to the gym. He'd encouraged me to kind of like look after myself. So I see Sid as my child, but I've learned a lot from him in regards to appreciating myself a little bit more. What I'm proud of in Sid is just, you know, one of those moments where you realize what kind of a son you had. I'm one of those mom that wanted a girl and a boy, and when I got the boys only, I was a little, But then noticing how boys can be really loving, really caring, it made me really being proud of Sid and watching him grow. Sid, this might sound a little biased, but he's about 24 now. He's never given me no problem whatsoever. He's always been obedient, loving, caring, and he cares about other people more than he cares about himself. And for that, I'm really proud of him.
I think I learned the majority of how to be a man from you, which is crazy. Like, it taught me everything, like love, peace, just caring about other people, like you say. I got that from you. Like putting other people first and making sure you care how other people feel as well. I got that from you, everything. So yeah, that's the one thing I'm really proud of you of is just becoming the woman that you are today so that you could teach me to be the man that I am today.